Esta va a ser una entrevista en inglés. Tengo a Phill, él es famoso en las redes. Voy a dejarles el link acá abajo de What Phill's Doing It. Pero vamos a hacer una entrevista en inglés. Esta va a ser una de mis primeras entrevistas ever. Entonces vamos a darle la bienvenida a Phill.
Hola, ¿cómo está todo? Bien, fino.
¿Eh?
Bueno, la razón que nosotros vamos a hacer en inglés porque todavía falta mucho en español. Disculpa, pero mejor por mí. Better if we can speak English. Pero vamos por con Sotilo, ¿no? Traducción.
Yeah, I'm going to put the subtitles there.
Okay.
And then Phill, well, is an Aussie bloke. He lives in New South Wales, but he decided to come to Venezuela. How long?
So I'm now living in Venezuela. Yeah, I'm now living in Maturín. How long have I been here? I've been here since 2024, more or less, guys. So I still come and go a little bit because I'm still waiting for my residencia permanente or my permanent residency. So I've been here since 2024. We decided to leave Australia. It was just too much of a rat race there, guys. And look here, you can see what a beautiful place.
Beautiful. Yeah.
So yeah, much happier, tranquilo life here in Venezuela.
And then, well, it is very odd to have an Aussie guy that wants to live in Venezuela. And then it's very odd, even for myself. Many people wants to leave Venezuela. Well, after the things that are lately, everyone knows. Many people wants to come over here, but at the beginning, no one.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
then, which were your mainly reasons to come over here?
Well, okay, so I'm married to a Venezuelan. I've been married to a Venezuelan lady for 16 years now. So my first trip to Venezuela was in 2009. And I actually came back in them days and I actually vlogged the experience and I made my first YouTube videos back then. However, I never uploaded them to the platform. So, long story short, I came in 2009 and I returned in 2010 and I married that girl that I met then, and we've been married for 16 years now. We lived in Australia for 13 years, and then as we felt the pressure of life in the Western society and things were getting harder in Australia, and we saw after the crisis here in Venezuela, things started to improve and you could actually have a fairly decent life here in Venezuela. We decided to make the move and return to live in Venezuela.
Do you reckon that there are Aussies that wants to do that? Because mainly Aussies wants to move to Bali or Thailand or
Yeah, okay, so that's right. Well, that's right. I'm a bit of an exception because it's a long way, but it's also because they don't know. Now, I can almost promise if an Aussie loves to live in Bali, or if he loves to live in Thailand, he's gonna love it here just as much. So for me, the door was more open to Venezuela because obviously I had my wife from here. But I think anyone who's brave enough to travel a little bit further will come here and find a nice surprise, and they're gonna enjoy life here just as much as they would in Thailand or in Bali or any of those places, or Vietnam or any of those places where you normally find a large expat community from Australia. If you can make it over to Venezuela, you're gonna love it just the same. Beautiful lifestyle, beautiful weather, beautiful beaches, beautiful girls, everything that makes a man happy.
Here people is very open,
Very friendly.
but not many people speak in English.
Well, that's right. But how are you going to change that?
Yes.
More English people coming, English speaking people coming.
Yeah, because indeed
more of you guys are going to start to speak
many
English.
many Russians came the last 10 years, and
Yes.
then people knows some.
They adapt.
Yeah.
That's
And
exactly
then you
right.
can walk, and then there are so many Russians.
That's exactly
not
right.
many, but
And I can promise that, you know, when the first expats started arriving to Thailand and to Bali and to Vietnam, there wasn't a lot of English spoken in those countries
yeah,
either.
yeah, true.
So, you know, the more English speakers that come here, the more that the local communities will start to speak English, obviously for the business.
Yes.
So, and also, look, you can come here yourself, open a small business for very low cost, and you can have your business in English, and you can serve the tourists when they come here.
The best time to invest in something is here.
Now in Venezuela, yeah, it's looking like it's going to be the next boom. It's looking promising, especially given with now the US government's done pretty much a complete turnaround
Oh, yes.
with their attitudes towards Venezuela. Now, it may be unfair, it may be unfortunate that the US sort of dictates who wins and who loses in the world, but look, that's beyond our control, and it is what it is. So anyone looking to invest here now, as he said, it looks like the boom time is going to come now for Venezuela. It's an exciting time to be here.
Yeah, it's going to be the safe place, and probably I reckon the next 15 years.
It's going to be the new boom. It's going to be number one in Latin America again. I feel, without a doubt, by far, especially with the wealth that it has in this country, and with so much outside investment interested in coming in. And soon you're going to see it's all happening.
And the good thing that we already have the infrastructure, and then pretty much when you go around people is just painting, and that's it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Because we suffer for several years.
So that's why Venezuela was a very rich country, and then it went through a lot of struggles due to whatever reason. The various governments that it's been through. Well, look, we're not getting into politics, etc. Yeah. I think everyone's fairly aware of what's happening in Venezuela. If you're not aware, you can do a quick Google search and find out enough of the history to see why Venezuela. Today, when you look around, you may see it's run down. But if you look past the paint peeling off, and if you see, as you mentioned, the infrastructure, some of the grandiose structures that they have here, the stuff that was built back in the day, when it was all built, was state of the art for the time. It was so big and so grandiose and so beautiful. Unfortunately, it's been left to decay a bit over the last, say, 25 years. However, it's still there. The foundations are still there. So it just needs a little bit of remodeling, and the place is going to sparkle again in a huge way.
Actually, there are new shopping malls that are nothing brand new. They are
enormous, huge.
Yeah, they are huge.
Yep.
They look like Miami, Australia.
Bigger than Australia.
Well, do you know that Cotton On is in La Vela?
Yeah, so the same. They have international brands and stuff coming in.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, look, for me, what I see, the shopping malls here are actually more like you would see in the United States, not like Australia. They're actually bigger. They're huge. The shopping malls here are big.
Yes.
Very big.
Yes.
You sort of. I've never travelled to the United States, but I understand everything there is done on a big scale, and that's how it feels here in Venezuela when you go to some shopping malls. In Maturín, for example, I don't know, it feels like what you imagine Texas to be like. Everyone has a big car. There's huge car parks outside the shopping malls. The shopping malls are massive, massive areas that take up tons of space. So
in here,
as we said, and a lot of this was built a long time ago. Some are brand new, and some are older and need a bit of refurbishment. So, like we keep mentioning, guys, I think anyone who's curious about Venezuela should definitely come, take a look, and see for yourselves the investment potential that they have here on Venezuela. I was about to say on the island, because at the moment, where are we? We are on
Margarita Island.
Margarita Island, that's right, which is one of the most important investment opportunities. Yeah, if you're someone looking to invest in Venezuela, one of the most important places for you to look at would be Margarita Island, the Pearl of the Caribbean it's called. It's a beautiful island, Caribbean island, that's owned by Venezuela, just a short trip from the mainland. So an amazing place, a beautiful place, as you can see the sunset behind us going down, and definitely with huge potential here for resorts, shopping malls, large business, small business, everything you can imagine, guys.
Yes. Well, thank you, Phil.
All good.
Thank you very much, Mike.
My pleasure.
Yes.
My pleasure.
I'm so happy.
And that's your first interview done. We'll see you guys on the next one. Yeah, keep up the good work, my man.
Yeah, cheers, Mike. He's been encouraged me to keep doing this.
Yep.
I'm going to do it.
That's right. We're gonna help improve the situation in Venezuela. We're gonna help improve not only the tourism but business in general. And we invite you guys to come along and take part.
Thank you, guys. See ya.
Bye bye.